But hey, that is all good. What start do we want to go with this time? Oh, I agree, Thelphon. Melee are terrifying. I always kind of forget about their physical fighting prowess because normally it's that smiting and like if you don't have poison resistance, but truly something that you should always be a little bit more aware of. I should have been more scared of beehives in general. I find that so often I think that what's the word I'm looking for? I assume that I'll be able to kill beehives because oftentimes when I come across them, I'm on a character that has no problem just steamrolling the whole thing, and that's bad. Can you custom add the positions, like adding Phantom Warriors as red? You might be able to change the threshold. I don't know if you can change for specific monsters. You probably can because the RC file or the init file edits are pretty wild what you're able to do. Maybe I need a weaker start to humble a bit. Maybe Wander or something. Or how about Enchanter? Enchanter is also a weaker start. I wish that start was still good. Yeah. No, yeah, what it bees but Trog Rast. Exactly. What if bees but also add the worst part of orcs in terms of the smiting and just see what happens? Fast speed smiters that also poison? I don't see the issue whatsoever. Octopode Enchanter for maximum early game training. So unfortunately we're going to be sticking with Vampire today. I'm dedicated. I'm going through with this, but definitely sometime in the future. I'm so excited to get to Octopode. I love Octopode so much. Brigand for full backstabber. Maybe we'll try Brigand next. I think we'll go Enchanter, and then we'll try Brigand. But I appreciate thank you for the suggestions. Hey, Tardret, long time no see indeed. I was actually just thinking about you the other day, because I was listening to some Juice WRLD. And anytime I listen to Juice WRLD, I think of you. But this time we're going to go with Louis. Go for the other side of Interview with a Vampire and see how that goes. But okie dokie. Set up our initial skills here at the very least. Get all of our usual suspects lined up. And, of course, we'll also do a dump file. The seed on screen right now is incredible. So I would highly recommend people try that out and get all of those acquirement scrolls early on. Spectacular stuff. But for now, we'll swap over to the new buddy here, and we'll see if we can get something similar going. Occasionally, you gotta let it all out of your system with the Chaos Knight run. That's the spirit. Well, I find that I do surprisingly well with Chaos Knights. I mean, Zom isn't horrible. In general, you end up with a net positive in terms of overall effects. It's panic-inducing a lot of times, though, because you never know what kind of setup you're going to go through. Oh, right, we have no spells to start out with, right? Well, this is going to be a rough start, folks. Please, that buddy's keeping the Quokka at bay for a moment. For but a mere moment. Yeah, I think I have to kill you. But no, I always go back to the fact that in the 0.26 tournament, I think it was, maybe the 0.27 tournament, the only win I got was an Octopode Chaos Knight. Like, just made no sense. Okay, Ooze kind of ruining my whole just run around play. Isn't it nice not having attacks of opportunity? I'm so screwed for when the changes come down. I've gone so used to this strategy. Oh my gosh, you can't do that. They trapped me. That's entrapment. That's illegal. I guess we go this way now. Goblin, don't corner me, you son of a gun. Okay, that goblin's still going to corner me down the road, but we have a moment of respite. Perfect. Jeez Louise. Oh, what a wild start. But okay, this is the one. We're feeling it in our bones. Louis is going to be the savior the vampire species needed. These bats can get out of the way at least. How much damage can you do? Only 1? It looks terrifying because we're at such low health, but it's actually not too shabby. Oh, and I guess when trying to run away, it might be an issue. This buddy's not fast, so that's nice. Where's the ooze? It's funny how sometimes being stealthy can be a detriment in this game, because all of a sudden you have like an ooze losing you, like this, where I prefer they just kept following me, because the whole plan is to keep everyone in this ring around the rosy kind of scenario. Almost screwed me, my oozy friend, or my endoplasm, I guess, for being a little more taxonomically accurate, but regardless of what it sounds like to say their name, I just know the sound they make when they're murdered indiscriminately, of course. But okay, let's do this. More requirement scrolls, please. Since I totally deserve it, it's not like I've been running my characters into the ground left and right without a concern for their well-being and safety or anything like that. But let's go with ensorcelled hibernation so we can get some nice backstabbing going. Never really used Takima's dance. Animates the weapon of a targeted foe, so it rips it from their hand. Certain powerful named artifacts cannot be animated. Interesting. Certain powerful named artifacts. So I'm guessing it's just ones that are a little bit overpowered. Oh, whoops, let's not hide that by accident. Instead, let's memorize it. And we'll give that a shot, shall we? In fact, I wouldn't mind training a little bit of extra stealth here. We'll go for a very kind of stealthy character for the time being. Have a wonderful aptitude for it, so that should actually kind of work out for us. And it will also make our backstabs more powerful for when we force people into a deep slumber with our magical hexes. So it should all work out. I maybe should set some caps here or there. Like, hexes don't have to go that much higher before we're able to cast everything. Honestly, Takima's Dance is just a very fancy spell name for disarm. Yeah, does it usually not end up that incredible in terms of the damage output, and it's more about that side of things? I think that would make a certain amount of sense. Let's just bring that up to 6 for now. We'll keep our skill caps relatively low, while we decide what the heck it is that we're even doing with life. Man, all these enemies are really buddy-buddy today. All hanging out in robust groups. Or not today in general, but specifically with this run. 50% chance to put you to sleep is perfect. That's about all we need in life. And we can keep it rolling here. Not too shabby at the end of the day. The weapon is okay, but the Orc Warrior no longer holding an electric halberd is by far the bigger deal. Fair enough. Can respect that. And a bard has such high charisma, it convinces an inanimate object to jump out of its owner's hands. It's truly a level of charisma that we could all aspire to say the least. As I continue to just tab my way through everything. Come on. There we go. Put you to sleep. Not too shabby. Hey there, One's Great Wintermelon. How's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday in general, but into the long weekend on top of that. Don't think I need to put you to sleep. So the snake, on the other hand, that definitely gets a little bit of hibernation action going. Terrence, hello? Is there a shot? Actually, pretty good shot that we put you out. Mama said knock you out. Perfect. Take a lesson from LL Cool J. And all that. But okie dokie. If we could get the Orb of Guise, or Guile. Orb of Guile is the one, right? That could be something. I'm guessing this is... UF, are you home? Hey, buddy. +2 cloak. That's about as tempting as it gets, but we have standards, we have morals, and if we we dip below those for some material gain, then how am I better than the rest, you know? Sometimes you gotta stick it to the man. Let UF rest in peace in the more literal sense rather than the metaphorical that is often used with that phrasing. 56%? Okay. Apparently that's his... Really? Not a single 56% chance is gonna go through today, okay? Oh me oh my. And again, and now I'm heading into unknown territory because I took a wrong turn. This isn't where I parked my car. No, do you know what? I'm just out. I'm outie. Jeez Louise. Things are good with you? Just got off work? How am I? Winning yet? Oh, 100%. Definitely not embarrassingly throwing away the lives of vampires that should far and above be able to deal with the issues at hand. That doesn't sound like me. Very much winning. Yeah. Smacking his Spriggan with his own distortion branded quick blade feels pretty good. I look forward to it. In fact, what was I should have used Takuma's Dance on those polearm gnolls. A spell's no good if you can never remember that it's even in your repertoire, you know? Whoopsie daisies. Hello, friends. Majority of you don't have weapons, so it's not a good opportunity for me to potentially learn. In fact, Okawaru, what are you doing? All your disciples hanging out by your altar, not a single one? Besides a puny little dagger in the hands of one single gobbo? Oh, you're already asleep? I was like, why wouldn't it let me put this snake to sleep? That makes a lot of sense at the end of the day. I kind of like the white shoes, white gloves matching with the accent color of our robe. I think we'll stick with the current setup here. Put you to sleep. For sure. What's the current power? We have 30% power on Ensorcelled Hibernation. So definitely has a ways to go. Can get a lot more successful. I probably should look for that Gnoll Band as well. I'm kind of throwing it out on the right line here by not chasing them down and making sure that we finish them off. I probably can't. Yeah, I can't put a skeleton to sleep. Shocker. So let's just get the heck out of there. And you know what? Let's play it safe. We'll forget the level real quick. And where'd you go? Where'd you go? Excuse me, my new friends. I would like to hang out. There you kids are. Okay. This is bad. This is very bad. Get me out of here. Okay. Can at least put you to sleep. Then I can Takuma's Dance. Or not. I can Takuma's Dance. There we go. It's not bad. It's quite literally something. They don't pick up their weapons, so that's always good as well. Let's put you to sleep. Can I kill an unarmed gnoll? Not as quickly or as consistently as I originally might have hoped, but we got there. Wait, where? You, sir, are in deep, deep trouble. Perfect. And there we go. Still don't want to face off against the skeleton by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully the rest of the floor is slightly more forgiving here. It's funny just how many starts are at a much greater advantage now that there are less undead enemies wandering around the standard dungeon. What the heck am I doing? Oh, I have such a problem. Somebody should just rip my tab key off my keyboard before I do something even more regrettable than it already has been. See random energy towards me, you son of a gun. I was trying to just heal up enough that we could go for the 60% chance. Let's just go for it. Perfect. Get stranded behind an unconscious jelly, you dumb quokka. Okay, and let's just go to a different stairs. How could this possibly go as poorly, you know? You know, besides immediately being scared here. You don't stay asleep for long, I'll tell you that. Ogre's unaffected. Oh, because once you've done it, it takes a while before they can be affected again, right? Like the same enemy. I'm just dumb. Saying they got jammed? Exactly. 50%. Then we backstab you and you're dead. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Might be onto something here. Are either of these worth it? Can blind enemies with a chance. Can confuse enemies with a chance. Yeah, and tab is the content key. Exactly. That's how we keep the people interested. Keep the tension up. One-stop shop for free suspense. Just hold down the tab key at any given opportunity and watch what happens. But okie dokie, so we don't have a very expansive temple here. But what do we want to go with? Wujian would allow us to continue this kind of sneaky stabber mentality pretty well. Serpent's Lash is always super useful for getting those guaranteed stabs. Who else could we go with here? I mean, Gozag is always good, of course. Bam-Stabber, the Shining One, I wish we could. Wintermelon, I wish we could. Confusing Touch used to be a pretty good level 1 spell. Yeah, if it was level 1, I could definitely see that working out. And thank you so much, Callie, for the 8 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the continued support and always dropping on by and saying hello. I hope you're doing fantastic. Have a great long weekend. Obviously, any sneaky stabber needs Quaslal. I was just thinking the same thing, you know? How could you possibly go wrong? But honestly, Uskaya was kind of my other potentiality. It's hard to get enough damage output with this kind of a character, but once you get everyone paralyzed, that's pretty awesome. Fusing Touch is or was one of your favorite spells, so cheap, so good. Yeah, so it's level 3 now, right? So yeah, definitely pretty expensive. Caster's attacks do no more damage, or do no damage while attempting to touch a monster this way. Oh, I see. It's a status thing. You just put it on and then all your attacks either deal damage or confuse them. That seems pretty fun. You've been using Fedus in the current run. It's very different now, but still super strong. Not all for this character, of course. Super fun. Yeah, we haven't had a really good Fedhast run. We tried a couple of times with, I think that was on Elf, on Deep Elf, when we were trying to get a ranged character going, and unfortunately just never really panned out, but it's interesting. And I love Fedhast a lot. So it's the next successful hit. Okay. Alright, so I'm tempted to go with Wujian again, Uskaya, or we can be boring but try and win with Gozag. Those are kind of the main options as I see it here. And you know, we're going to do something that we don't do very often. And we're going to throw up a poll and see what the audience wants to see and what everyone would like. Give me just a quick second here. Let's manage a poll. A new poll, please. You got who dis Usk. What are my other options? Goldie Boy or Wujian. I don't have a silly name for it. Okay, I'll just plop that bad boy down real quick though and let me know what you prefer seeing today. We're gonna have some fun. I probably should have put like a fourth none of the above option. Apologies for that. But definitely let me know what you'd prefer to see today on this fine Monday evening. Looks like we currently have a tie going on between Uskaya and Goldie Boy. So hey, get your vote in, make it count. This guy is taking an early lead here in the polls. Your brain connected Goldie Boy to TSO. You know, that's fair. I didn't think about that. That's the thing with coming up with a silly name, but only for one of the results, is it maybe isn't the best indication. Same with your Narkowski. Whoopsie daisies, my bad. But it does look like Uskaya's gonna win out today, so let us give it a shot, shall we? You'd vote for Rue, but Uskaya might actually win. We'll see. My track record with Uskaya is not great, but I do find them really fun. I enjoy it a lot. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Everyone feel the rhythm in your hearts, and let's dance. Ouch. Great start. Fantastic. Let's not die immediately after. Rue's so fun. I need to play Rue a bit more often. I feel like we've only had one character. I believe they did win. I think that was our Knoll in this very series. So I definitely enjoyed it. Oh my gosh. Just 150%, please. It's always funny when you end up using more turns just trying to get a 50% shot than you would have required if you had just, gone for the kill. Just stabbed them straight up. But hey, we managed to get through it in the end here. That's all one can really ask for. I don't want to fight Menkar. I think that that's a fight that we lose for the time being here, so we're going to move on. And hopefully duel right otherwise. Okay, that was very scary for a moment there for sure. I need to be closer to you before I put you to sleep, otherwise it doesn't exactly work, unfortunately. Also don't know why I bothered putting the cat asleep. Or not the cat, it's a quokka is the thing. 33% chance is not actually as good as I would like. So this might have been a mistake. Thought by putting them to sleep we might have a shot here. Do you have more willpower or anything? I don't think so, at least. That's good. Hey, Swoop Cap, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic long weekend. Thanks for dropping on by. Everything Rue offers is good. The jump means you can get distance. Passive effects are huge, and early nuke everything can nearly pay for itself. Make unwinnable fights easy. Definitely fair enough. And does the kill even count if it isn't a sleep stab? It really doesn't. You're not susceptible, Dowan? Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. I guess I can go invisible? Rue does well with stabbing. See, that's not an association I make in my head. Interesting. I'm gonna have to try that out at some point and see how it goes. Don't icicle me? Perfect. Never a doubt in my mind. Okay. So we probably want to train a little bit of short blades at the very least. I might keep stealth going because I kind of like the stabby boy plays here. And what else? A little bit of fighting is always nice early on here. And we will train short blades up to like a nice breezy 10. Might as well wear this robe over what I'm currently wearing, even though I might upgrade up to better armor. Ooh, now there we go. That's much more edgy than what we were going for earlier, or initially. Oh, dang it. Thought we had you, Pickle. Put you to sleep, but it wasn't quite good enough. So again, for any more recent joiners to the stream in general here, Pickle is one of our little self-imposed challenges where I try my best to never kill these Lemirs if I'm able to. They're just poor innocent souls. They don't deserve the smoke. Did it say not susceptible? Also grinders somewhere. Okay. Resist with some effort. So no, we should be able to put you to sleep. We only get one stab off. Oof, oof, oof. Pickle. Come on. I refuse to compromise my morals, but I need you to come next to me real quick, like, if you could be so kind. Ouch, that didn't last very long. Okay, lets us know that he's no longer targetable, I believe. Not susceptible. Yeah. So that's probably something we should be keeping an eye on. You're still not... No, you're back to 51%. Oh gosh, we might die though. Never mind. Never didn't have it. Not a doubt in my mind. And perfect. Brew passively causes effects like stuns or confusion that stabbers can work with. Right. That makes a lot of sense. I always forget about that. It's kind of like Uskaya, but you don't have to spend a bunch of time fighting first. Fair enough. Definitely something I should keep in mind for the future, because I always want to try and get stabber builds to work, but it can be a tough sell, to say the least, so definitely interested in trying it out. I might train more hexes to get a higher spell power here on Ensorcelled Hibernation. I guess we could also train some ice, and that would help out. Interesting. Intelligence ring definitely will help out a lot in that regard though, so we'll swap over to that bad boy immediately here. And not too shabby. Oh, hello, Blork. Blork, my mans, love your suspenders, but unfortunately I'm gonna murder you indiscriminately. Perfect. You love to see it. Okie dokie. Slowly but surely, we're figuring this character out. We're gonna figure out what makes Louis tick, and what we need to succeed into the future here. All I need now is an absurdly early quick blade, and then we'll really be cooking with gas. But it has been too long since I've always wanted to get an enchanter working, you know, off the ground and actually functional, so I'm hoping that we're on the right track at least. So how are folks feeling about the third rune on weaker character these days? I think it's always tough where it does depend on what kind of weak you are, because like Abyss is one of the easier ones in a sense to ninja your way out. As long as you have like a bunch of blink scrolls, you have upportation, you can kind of get by with base level power, but you need to be on a character that, you know, has sustainability at the very least. Otherwise, Slime is one of my go-to, even though it's exceptionally terrifying. If you have some tools at your disposal, you're oftentimes in a pretty decent spot. Also, Ice Beast is not good for me here. I don't like that. Not one bit. I think as long as you're staying away from vaults, you're in a semi-decent place. Fortunately, in general, that third rune is where things usually get a wee bit tricky, to say the least. Try and do a little bit of fighting here. It's not going horribly, actually. Better than I expected. Can I blast you? I can indeed. Okay, so Mind Burst can potentially take care of some of the non-hexable enemies that we come across, but in general, I'm hoping that's just not too much of a consideration moving forward. You son of a gun. That's not what we wanted to see there. Mindless and unhexable. Bad combination. So we get an air book. Interesting. And hello, Sif. Hope you're doing well. At some point here, do we think we want to transition? Oh my gosh, you're fast. And this doesn't work on you. Exactly the scenario we were just lining out in our notes, unfortunately. What do we do with you, my friend? I'm gonna read this. Hope that I get teleport ID'd. Unfortunately not. Confusing Touch still works on Ice Beast, and some others where Hibernation doesn't. Okay, so that could be handy. Might as well learn it like it is in our book, and it's fully castable, so that could be a good solution. Does it work against undead things? I feel like not, right? Because they're mindless. It just works against things that are maybe immune to generalized, or some of those hexes, like Ensorcelled Hibernation, but not so much on the other side of things. Did I ever catch that blood moon? It was too cloudy in your area? Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to see it that evening. It was a shame for sure. But I still appreciate you letting me know that it was there to attempt to take a peek at. Fog is also bad. I was hoping to ID a teleport scroll. I guess I can start drinking. We get curing, so that's something. We get heal wounds. Resistance is not going to do it, unfortunately. Not quite what we were looking for in life. So, we just have to roll well. Just don't kill me, please. That's all I ask. Hey, perfect. Never a doubt in my mind, of course. Oh, Sigmund, you are currently asleep. So I want to get you. Please. Oh, you son of a gun. 70% chance to put you back to sleep. Good night, my sweet prince. Not too shabby. Never didn't have it indeed. The blood moon surprised the crap out of you. Great winter moon, you thought someone had set fire to the abandoned building by your house. All of a sudden you just see red lighting everywhere. Fair enough to be a little bit perturbed for sure. Oh, some stealth gloves. Interesting. At least they're relatively cheap because they're kind of garbage for the most part, if we're being honest. Plus 10 plate armor of baldness. Strength plus 10 might actually give us enough strength to wear that plate armor, but it completely tanks our whole stealthy run idea. But dang, that is a beautiful plate armor. If only we were on a character that was actually looking for that kind of thing in life. No, I agree, Eggly. Scarf Resistance is probably one of my favorite neckwear pieces. Back pieces, I guess. No, it's tough because neckwear implies amulets. Backwear implies more so a cloak than a scarf, even though you can, I guess, let your scarf dangle behind you. Who am I to be the scarf police? Regardless, though, it's definitely one of my favorite in-slot equipment options. Keep putting you to sleep. Perfect. Yeah, if we don't find an Orb of Guile or anything like that, I think we're going to have to come up with another solution here. I mean, we're not doing too horribly. Acid Dragon Scales might actually be a potential swap for us here. Get a little bit of extra AC. And everything's still castable. I like that. Wait, was that a plate armor of balding? Of baldness, but yeah, you got there. It was indeed. I feel like I have enough concerns of that on my own with the sheer amount of time I spend wearing either headphones or toques. I feel like I'm almost guaranteed to lose a little bit of my hair, which just makes me regret building so much of my identity around it, because I do love having my long flowing locks, but at the end of the day, bald can also look super incredible. I hope that I'm somebody who can pull it off, because that's the bigger question, especially since I'm a bit of an oddly shaped head kind of a person. But bald beard and maybe some glasses thrown in for good measure is a pretty killer combo. You have nice hair, don't lose it. Yeah, we'll try our best. Gotta hop off, Jazzy. Catch me next time. Yeah, thank you so much for dropping on by. Always lovely to see you. I appreciate it a lot. But have a great rest of your week here. Hope coming off the long weekend things go well. And I definitely hope to see you around sometime in the future. Have a good one. Find out how to take care of it with products and etc. while I can. Fortunately, I have a wife who's very helpful for stuff like that. She's better at making sure I'm taking care of myself than I am. And I appreciate the heck out of her for it. How much damage you do? It's 16. So no, you wouldn't max roll against me. Perfect, never a doubt. You hope she messes with me sometimes? Oh, I'm sure she does. She could get away with it too, because I'm an idiot. Well, that's you, Bald and Grow the Bald, for the distraction. Yeah, if you can pull it off, then More power to you. I feel like most bald people can pull it off too. It's something that so many people I think worry about. Like, oh, I could never, like, it wouldn't look good on me. But then most people, like, bald is just a timeless look at the end of the day. And that does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, really. Let's keep putting these yaks to sleep and taking them down. Your game's read ID scroll, please. Oh, Eggly. Trying to keep me alive and all that stuff. Oh, my sweet summer child, what an uphill battle you must go through every day of your life watching me on stream here. I don't wanna be smart. Salad cream is great to keep it soft and shiny. Oh yeah, just lather with mayonnaise 3 times a day. Never go wrong. And she could get away with it too if not for those meddling kids. Have to enable at least one skill? Okay, we're back here. Jeez Louise. So, with Uskaya here, we probably do want some invocations training. It does help out. Making sure those paralyzes last a little bit longer. So far, we don't have the longevity to make it through a fight to that point. But it could work out. You think Dr. Fire's trying to eat you? Hey, some people are into that, right? I mean, I'm not, but who knows? I've never tried to be eaten whole before, so maybe we're all into Vor and we just don't know it yet. Really makes you think. I don't like this one bit. Let's try and get someone to fall asleep. Please, someone, anyone. What are our odds here? 64? See, this is my main issue with going on an enchanter kind of play. It does not jive well with my personal brand of very streaky luck. Sometimes I cannot lose. It's stupid how ridiculous, how dumb I can be, and yet it will always just go fine because you never didn't have it, of course. But the flip side of that is that sometimes my luck is just garbage tier. Can lose an unpredictable number of coin flips in a row. The answer might surprise you. Ooh, +4 short sword of venom. Wouldn't mind picking that up for now here. Have some kind of an alternative. Okay, thank God the centaur didn't see me. That would have been rough. Dang it, I was hoping to get a few more sneaky little stabs in, but it is what it is. Could we not, my cold friends? Perfect. We're at 76% power within Sorcered Hibernation. We're already at best at 60%. You don't love that, for sure. But hopefully, we can get through in one piece. Dang. And it seems like we're occasionally going long enough in these fights to actually start getting Uskaya stuns, so that's kind of nice in its own right. A human zombie, okay. It's like, I've never seen this thing before in my life. What kind of terrifying eldritch horror are we about to come up against? But just a human zombie. Which actually kind of begs the question. So, we're a vampire, right? Of course, we all know this to be true. Vampires in our mythology used to be humans. Is it called something else if you're a different kind of vampire hybrid, I wonder? You know? Because I think that would be... It'd be fair to go either way. I think I can make an argument in both directions whether an elven vampire would have a special name or not. Never really thought of it before, but Sigatuvi's Embrace is kind of interesting on a stealth character. Get a little bit of extra AC. The dreadful enemies within it call to the bodies of the recently dead, protecting the wearer in a cocoon of carrion. Gathers nearby corpses to temporarily increase the armor it provides. That's kind of fun. I think it's like Pickles, an elven vampire is just kind of... It's just a vampirized elf. That is true, but why is everything that is stored in vinegar and fermented pickled, you know? What's so special about pickles? Why do they get all the credit? Shouldn't they just be called pickled cucumbers? So, I feel like much like how the permanent or semi-permanent food storage world has a bias towards pickles, maybe vampire world has a bias towards human vampires. Just a bit of an egocentric approach. Well, and actually, apparently pickles are called gherkins, depending on where you're from, for sure. But let's mark Sigatuvi's embrace rather, even though it is far too expensive for us to afford anytime soon. And we'll just keep going. Orb of Guile. Orb of Mayhem is literally the worst thing that we possibly could have gone on offer there. Not exactly ideal. But let's just go until everyone passes out. Uskaya, please. You got my back, Uskaya? Or not, that's fine. I'll just do it myself. Fair enough. Look, humans are so egocentric that they throw a temper tantrum if they're at the center of attention at all times. It is a real problem, and that's what kind of got me thinking about it in the first place, is humans are famously super, why am I blanking on what the, like, Latin root for human is? It wouldn't be homocentric. It's something, though. My brain is just broken at the moment, but there's a word for it that's not egocentric. But somewhere there's some orcs selling pickled elf ears at carnivals. Sounds lovely. Sapiocentric. That might be... Sapio or sapien was probably what my brain was trying to go for. Pickled elf. Sounds lovely. Okay, it turns out Fedas's Overgrow works on slime vault walls. Yeah, it's one of the few methods that you're able to use to cheat the system in that regard. There we go. Managed to take you out before too much trouble. We haven't gotten very many spells this run. I'm just gonna close that right back up. Don't mind me. Excuse me, pardon me. Just passing through, honestly. Terrifying. I wonder if there's a Jivia altar at the end of the rainbow there. There might be, and that would almost tempt me if I wasn't already a devout follower. Wait. Who let you all out? Excuse me? Because these are definitely our friends, right? There aren't two giant slime vaults on this level, I don't think. Could be wrong. No hate or anything like that, but who the heck? Oh, they just ate through the door. You know, that does make sense now that I've given it a moment of thought. Well, just ignore that problem and hope it goes away. That's the game plan, folks. Yeah, they ate the door indeed. Okie dokie. Well, this has been at the very least an interesting run so far. Not quite sure how to feel about it. It's been fun working with some of these hexes because I have been kind of pushing off playing a hex-based character for far too long here. But definitely not exactly ideal. Anguish. Why am I learning... Oh, I was learning Ice Magic to get Ensorcelled Hibernation up to max power. It's on its way, and that probably works out as long as we can get some sort of Ice Magic in the future. Fingers crossed. We need something to transition to once we get to the stage in the game where we'll no longer really be able to kill any of these bad boys. You know, let's just blow your mind real quick. There we go. We just told that Wraith that today is the oldest they've ever been and the youngest they'll ever be. Really took them on a bit of a trip. Blew their minds all over the dungeon wall. You love to see it.